Hello guys, welcome to another series on Royal Q trade settings. Today I will be showing you how to read your trades, from Royal Q transaction records. I'll be using Atom to demonstrate today. You click on Atom, or you take any coin that you want to view the transaction record. You go to the top right, you see transaction record, you click on it, then it takes you to the transaction history. Then I'll be pointing out some few things here which you might not be familiar with. One is if you see the buy, means that is the buy. Then if you see the sell highlighted in red, that is the sell. In the sell, you have two types of sell. You have one sell. You have the sub sell. You can see the sub sell here. You can see the sell. The sub sell simply means sales that were made from the fifth margin call down to the defined to the last margin call that you defined for that trade. For this Atom, I had defined 12 to buy 12 times. So I have 12 margin configurations here. So what you'll be seeing here will be for 12 transactions only, including the first buying amount. That makes it the 13th transaction. So if you go back to the transaction record, you'll be seeing the buy. So in the buy, there are details you will see in the buy. You will see the other time when it was executed. You will see the average buy-in price. That is the average price at the time this particular trade was executed. It executed it at 39.6. Then you see the other number, which is you don't really need. The open position limit, it bought at market price. This it is worthy to note here that the robot, why the robot does all the buying at market price. What does it mean? The robot buys at any if you once you set your margin configurations, your margin call drop. Once that margin call drop is attained, the robot automatically buys that coin for you. Understand? So, and those buying are executed at the current market price, because you already predefined that market price. You already predefined your percentage drop from a percentage drop. Once you get to that point, execute it, and it buys it at the market price. While all the sales are made at defined at a limit. They are bought at a limit. The robot sets that limit from the take profit ratios that you define. The robot does and set those. So if you look at the sell here, you will see there. You can see that open position limit 40.32. So the robot automatically places that limit. So once it gets to that price, it executes for you. Unlike the buy, you see, if you look at the buy open position limit market price, it's always buying at the market price. That's one thing to differentiate between the buying and the selling. The other thing in the selling, like I was saying, this, if you see sell without sub, it means this sell is attributed to the first four calls, meaning that the first four calls, the robot actually closes the entire trade. What am I trying to say? Look, if you look at this screen now, you will see the average price at 40.20. If you look at the current price, that is 39.88. So now, this is my average price. Mind you, this average price is the total average price. Once you buy the first time you buy, the first buy-in amount, it registered your average price. And this average price keep going up or coming down, depending. If the robot sells, the average price comes down. Because when you enter the fifth position, it affects this average price. So once you buy the first buying amount, it registers the first average price. When the first margin call is made, If it buys, it brings down this average price. If it executes the second margin call, it brings it down. If it buy the third one, it brings it down. The fourth one. But while it is doing this buying, if this price increase at a speed that is more than the average price, and it attains my whole position take profit ratio of 1.1, what it means is that if the price gets to this 40.2 and increase by 1.1%, sell entire position. It closes that trade and start a new trade again. Because mind you, my trade is on cycle. You see, I put it on one shot, I return it back again to cycle. You can just press on that button one shot, it changes. Press on the button again, changes to cycle. So because this trade is on cycle, once it closes, it starts the trade again. So you go back to our transaction record, you can see. So when you see sell, what it's trying to tell you is that at this point of sell, it closes the entire trade again. What happens? It closes the entire trade at 1.08%. Then it buys the first buy again. What happened? It buys at a deal of $11. Mind you, if you go back to what I defined in my trade settings, my first buying amount is 10 USDT. But look at what happened. If you go to transaction record, look at what happened. When the robot was buying, it bought for me. The first buying after it sold at this point, it sold the entire trade because it's showing sell, no sub-sell there. Sub-sell is only applicable from 5 downwards. So once you see sell, it means it close the entire trade. That means close the position of 1 to 4. So when you come here, you can see it closes the entire position at the deal amount of 35.01 USDT. So it closes it and open another position again. And if you look at this, it closes at 40.71. And at 40.74, the price was still going up. It started another cycle of that trade again. You see, the price has increased by 0.03. But it started a new cycle for me. Fresh trade. Because of what? I did not define buy in position callback. I put buy in callback at 0. If I had defined something like 0.5%, that means it has to wait. As the price is going up, it will not buy. It will have to wait. When the price, assuming I put 0.5, if the price drops from that price of execution by 0.5, it will open a new cycle for me. But for me, I don't want to delay my trade because I already factor in those considerations while I was making my settings. So what did it do here? Started another trade for me at 40.74. You see? So what happened? When the price dropped again, it bought at 40.51. Then it dropped again, it bought at 40.14. Then it dropped again, it bought at 39.60. So that is the current position now. So it has executed, it closed it here, it made the first buying amount, the first buying amount, it made the first margin call, the second margin call, the third margin call. So this coin is currently at the third margin call. You can see it here, number of call margin 3. So it's at the third margin call. So because of my settings, if you notice, you will see that it is buying as the price is going down. That is the setting. That is why the trade settings is very, very important in this trade. You need to know and master it very well. Once you know and master it very well, you will be able to configure it in the way it suits you based on your capital. So because this robot is also buying, I set 10, it's buying for me 11, 10 point something above what I really said. So at the end of the day, if you don't plan your capital management very well, you might end up buying more than you have budgeted. But I'm going to talk about the capital management in subsequent series. But for now, I just want to show you how you can view your transaction records. So if you look here, you see the sell, sub-sell. This is sub-sell. That means it's sold at a sub-sell. If you look at it, see, number of call margin 5. So anywhere you see the subsell, you go there, open, enlarge it, number of call margin 5. So it bought at the 5th position, that's the sub margin, because sub margin starts from 5. Look at here, it sells here, number of call margin 2. So you can view this thing. If you look at here, number of, this is the subsell. If you look here, sell, number of call margin 4. So it closed that position at number of call margin 4, because what happened was that at my average price, my entire average price was less than this. So when the price increased from that point to 39.6, which is what I set at 1.1%, it just took profit for me, closed that cycle, and started in a fresh cycle for me. So if you view, you see this is sell, meaning it closed entire position. You can just continue to scroll down, sell, it closed entire position. Sub sell means it's sold at a sub. This is 5. So what is simply telling you that this coin is just going up, is going up, is going up. That's why it is still trading between 1 to 5. Once the price of this coin start falling down now, it start making other margin calls, 6, 7, 8. If the price continues to fall consistently, it will continue to make until the last margin call that I said. But for now, the price comes down, it goes up. So so far it has not dropped. It has not dropped more than 10% of my margin call. So that's why it's still operating between 1 and 5. So that is all I have for you in this video. So this is how you can view your transaction records. You need to familiarize yourself with this place. Know how these things, how you can read this, how you can interpret this. If you have any question regarding any of this video, please drop your comment in the comment section, and I will reply you. If you need explanation, I can always explain to you. Thank you. Bye.